iPad. I am up close on YouTube. I'm sorry. But welcome in, everybody. This is Carol with CarolJo's. CarolJo's is an online jewelry and accessory business, and we do more than just sell jewelry here. I was going to say we do tutorials, we do chat times, we do bead sales. And today is a chat time. So if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask, please put it in the comments. Also, since I'm new on some different devices, I am trying to learn everybody's Instagrams. And so if you guys can tell me, I know Cali Girl's here, we got Carrie, we got Margaret, we got Cherokee Rose. But if you're known by a different name over on TikTok, if you can let me know so I can correlate names. I know who we got right now, but if anybody else joins in. So that is what we got going on. If you guys have questions you want to ask, go ahead and ask me. The other thing that I'm working on is we have bags of printed beads. They're silicone beads, 15 millimeters, and I'm putting them in smaller quantity bags. So I might have to get a tray so that they don't go all over the Timbuktu. So I'm going to work on that while we are chatting. I literally don't know how to do giveaways between both YouTube and Instagram. So if anybody has ideas on how, because when we're on TikTok, we can do the likes and the shares. And I know we can share on Instagram. So if you guys could share out, that would be awesome, just to let other people know that we are live. But I am not sure how I know when people share. I don't know if I see it or not. So I don't know what to say. Has anybody else gone live with Instagram? Can you give out tips and tricks? So if you've gone live, whoops, we had one trying to go away. If you've been live, let me know, and then we can discuss. This is the bead that we're working on right now. It's like a swirl blue. Here is a swirl blue. Just so we know. I got lots of beads that I'll work on, but I want to have fun tonight. So if you guys can share anything. Oh, thank you. I did not see anything. I appreciate that, Carrie, but nope, didn't see it. It doesn't tell me. Oh, darn. All I see right now is I can see who joins. I can see your comments, but I cannot see. I wonder what happens if I wave at you. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. I can wave. I'm just going to wave to everybody. I can do that, but I don't see shares at all. So what happens on your end when you get the wave on Instagram? Does it show me waving to you? I'm learning. We're going to learn. So I'm going to send out, just to let everybody know, I'm going to send out a revision to our schedule for the week. Yes, it did. Oh, cool. I like that. Okay, at least I can interact that way. I was going to say, I'm going to change up. We talked about yesterday, when I was live packaging orders, that I think what I want to do with the schedule is that I don't want to have my lives only be in one place, most of them. I would put the tutorials and the chats out on YouTube. And I started doing YouTube to do that so that we could save them. So I didn't have to record twice. We can just look at the replay of the live if you wanted to see a tutorial. So I just put those out there. So that, brutally honest, is why I go live on two different devices. I go both on, for the longest time before the whole TikTok thing, I was live on YouTube and on TikTok. But when it went dark for a little bit, and then even when it came back and we couldn't get back our lives for a day, it just made me realize I don't want to be live and only, for selling, only in one spot. And if we lose it again, hi, Patty, I'm going to wave. We learned something today where I can wave. I'm going to wave. Uniquely made by Shelly. That is Michelle. Now I remember now. So I'm learning. I just don't want to, if something were to happen, I want to be able to have multiple places where I can go live and do the selling. We did our first live yesterday on, this one doesn't want to seal shut. Is that sealing? Yep, okay. And I thought it went good for just, you know, doing a quick one and trying to figure it out. And it reminded me of like when back in the day when I first started doing selling of beads on TikTok, just the size of it, how fast we were going, comments, the way they were coming in, and all of that. So that one is not staying shut. So we're gonna get rid of him. And because of that, I want to stay there in Instagram once a week and do some sort of a sale on Instagram. And I still want to sell on TikTok. I want to do both. So what I was thinking yesterday is one day a week I will sell on Instagram. One day a week I will sell on TikTok. I will post a schedule of what I'm selling on each one. And then I will still go live with the chat times and the tutorials on YouTube. And one week I'll have chat here on Instagram. And like next week, my chat will be over on TikTok. Excuse me. I'm going to switch this week's tutorial from Instagram. I'm going to move it to TikTok tomorrow at 8 p.m. And that way, so we'll have 2 lives on TikTok and 2 lives on Instagram and 2 lives on YouTube every week. The YouTube ones will be also on the other social medias. So that is my plan. I hope everybody's okay with it. You guys can give me feedback about what you think. I got to figure out what we can do for doing something for giveaways over here on Instagram. I got to do some research on that. And we'll get there. And I got to grab some bags. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 3. I got an extra 5 in this one. I'm just making sure I didn't count wrong. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 5. 5. Yep, I got an extra 5 beads. We're finding that this company doesn't always give you 5 extra. It's usually like 1 or 2 extra of every color. Solids, we're getting like up to 5 extra colors. So, whoa, I almost tripped on my pants. So yeah, pretty interesting what they're doing. All right. So I am getting these ready so that we can get them up for our silicone bead sale day. There's my package. Oh, I can leave it in here. I don't need those. I'm going to put them in here. And I got to write 21 bags. Just so I know. I can't read that number. Okay. All right. Let me spill these into there. So I have, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the silicone bead sale. If I want to bring everything all at once or bring just certain colors at once and certain patterns. Because I purchased over 50 different print beads. And then we have between 60 and 70 of the colored beads. Here is the next one. It's a floral. There we go. So this is what we're going to do next. And we're putting them in bags of 5. Now, do any of you make and use the silicone beads and like make the pens or the wristlets, the keychains, that type of thing that are on tonight, because I have some questions to ask about it, about how many to put in a bag. So the prints, I'm putting 5 in a bag. The solid 15 millimeters, I'm going to put 10 in a bag. And okay, we know the price of the prints because we've been selling those. You're going to get 5 of them for $2.75. On the silicone 15 millimeter rounds, I can't remember the price. I honestly cannot remember the price. I figured it out, but I didn't remember it. I wrote it down in my phone, which I'm using my phone for the live, so I can't tell y'all. But the question I have is, how many should I put for the lentils? Which I'll show you what the lentils are. I think I have some here on my table. Why do I have some of these that won't shut? That's not shutting. Let's get a different one. And then I'll see if I can find the lentils to show you. I'm thinking this one's not going to shut either because he was open. There. Nope, he's shut. Okay, 2, 4, 5. There we go. Nope, those are all focals in that bag. This is the lentil. So it looks like that. This is the lentil. Show you here on that one. Do you want 10 or 20 in a bag? They would be either, I believe, $1 or $2. Like $1 for 10 or $2 for 20. How many would you like in a bag? Would you like mixed bags? Anybody want to help answer those questions? If you can't answer it tonight, I'll bring it back to another live and ask others. That's okay if you can't, because you might not use them. But I'm just wondering, how many of each would you like in a bag? And I am, let's see. Okay, it was weird over here on YouTube. I wasn't getting any chat. So if anybody's chatted, I have not seen them. It's just blank over here, which it normally isn't. So I don't know what's going on. There's 5. And then I also have the abacuses, but I don't have any of those here. So I'll show those at a different time and find out how many you want in a bag for those at a time. Okay, I thought I dropped one, but I didn't. Okay. That's okay. See, and the thing is that if you make wristlets, then you need, I think, more of the wristlets than if you were to make pens. And that's why I am like literally like stumped as to how many I should do. And I've seen people do 50 in a bag. I have seen people do 10 in a bag. So there's different numbers. So that's why I'm like, how many should I do? Or should I just do 10? And then if you do wristlets, you do, okay. You know, that's why I was asking. And you need 20 of the 15 millimeter round, or... And so what I was planning to do is that you would have 10 each of the 15 millimeter round in a bag of solid colors, 5 of the prints, and then you can mix and match. 2, 4, 5. And the company that I ordered these from is different, a different supplier than I order some of my other beads that I get them to break it down. So I just get a bag like this they tell me there's 100 in there. And so far, I've only had one bag that was one bead short, but then every other bag is long. So I'm not going to complain. And we ended up making a mix with those. Hi, Lisa. So, like this one here, I will have 20 bags is what I should, because I ordered 100 beads. And ordered 100 beads. So I should have 20 bags, and I do. And I have one extra. So that's the way they roll. We're getting extras. Last time we got 5 extra. This time we got 1 extra. So it made for an even bag. And I'm thinking with the extra ones, I'll just create like a bag of 5 different random beads for mixes. I don't know. That way, if you're someone that you just want one bead for making pens, then you could be like, I could do a mix. I don't know. This has been hard to decide. And I feel like I'm talking a lot. Here's the next one. And we got to come up with fun, funky names for these. Here's the next one. There you go on YouTube. So this one has like yellow, orange, purple, and pinks. Hey, I wasn't seeing anybody. I literally, hey, Miss Joya. I've been like, is any 5 and 5? I can do that. I don't have a problem doing 5 and 5. And then with the octagon shapes, I have 2 different sizes. But I think no matter the size there, I think I'm going to do like 3 in a bag. Do you guys know what I'm talking about with the octagon ones? I don't have an octagon on my desk. I really wish I had the supplier. Well, they're not. This is where I had these made or purchased from. They actually make. I dropped it. Come back here. Stop rolling. Saved it. Okay. They actually make the beads where I purchased these from. The other place that I purchase stuff from is like a wholesaler where they go to different manufacturers and get the items. And these I actually ordered from the wholesaler. Or not the wholesaler, the manufacturer. So I thought it was pretty cool. I have my own account rep and stuff there now. Ooh, I feel like I'm moving up when I got my account rep. Sorry. It was kind of funny. Enjoy it. You're going to laugh because I saw your comment. I can't see who's on because I'm on my iPad instead of my phone. But now your comment's gone. Yeah, fancy. I like that. I feel fancy. I was just like, oh, I got my own account rep. And all I did was like reached out to them. And I know when you deal with manufacturers, you have your own account rep. But it was like, I'm just a small person, a small business. But they really don't make you feel that way at all. So it's really cool. And there's no pressure with that company. There was another company that I reached out to. And they're constantly like, hey, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Do. And I'm like, I literally don't want to be pressured. I just want to be able to like contact you when I want stuff and then know when you have new designs coming out. That's all I want to know. And then I get to make the choice when I want to contact you. Because I don't know how much I'm going to need from these individuals. But it does from the actual manufacturer, because they do not have the beads made up ahead of time. So you have to give them 2 weeks to create your order. And it really does take them 2 weeks to create your order. And then once they create their order, then they ship it to you. So it does take longer. It takes, because then you have 2 weeks for the to create it, and then they package it and everything, and then that takes like another week. And so it really truly adds, like, I have to think about what I need 2 months in advance. I'm going to tell Buttercup that I need my phone next time I'm on here. So tomorrow night when I am on YouTube again, I'm going to have my phone and not my iPad, because it's driving me nuts that I can't see who's here or your comments. And I've even hit to share the comments with me, and they're not sharing them. All right. On this one, I have 2 extra beads. See, I told you it's just a random number of extra beads every time, except for the one when I was shorted. I don't think I've ever gotten one that's exactly right. So we have 2 extra of that one. So we'll end up making some sort of mix. So is anybody working on anything for a project? You are there. I see your comment. I just can't tell you're there. And it goes away. So you could comment, everybody, over here on YouTube, and I'm not seeing them, so I apologize. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Here is another one. This one is a very, very light. It's like a very light pink with a marbling effect of yellow and purples. Ooh. It is so funny. I go from one screen to the other. My iPad is huge, but I can't get it to like actually show. There we go. So you see the yellow, but you don't see the purple as well there on YouTube. And I have not, Miss Joya, had a chance to look at focals yet. I thought I would have time at lunch. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kelly girl. I thought I was gonna have time to do some stuff over lunch, and also for you, Carrie, too. I did not have time to work on yours. So I will work on those tomorrow night between when I get off my job and before I go live. So tonight I had my board of directors meeting for the credit union. So, and that took 2.5 hours. So I didn't get the chance. Hi, Rainbow. How are you doing? I can do this. I'm going to do the wave again. Yay! I love doing that. I have no idea what you guys see, but so, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. And I have to tell you guys, I'm doing good. I don't talk negative, and I'm not going to talk negative. I just want to share this as a laugh. My chargeback person charged me back a second time. So I have to reply to that tomorrow night too. But I thought today I'm not dealing with that from the aspect of I want to have all my ducks in a row before I reply back. Because this time, so if you really truly know about chargebacks, there has to be a reason for the chargeback. So say you, what do I want to say? You didn't receive what they said you're supposed to receive is a reason you can charge back. So, you know, like you ordered one thing, but you got something totally different. You can do a chargeback if you have, you know, you can subscribe to things and pay the subscription fee. And then you have to, in writing, by the way that the company asks you to cancel a subscription, You have to cancel it, and if you keep charging them after you receive the cancellation, you can have a chargeback. I'm trying to think of what else you can do a chargeback on. If there's suspected fraud, you can do the chargeback. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, Joya. I will be on TikTok tomorrow, so join me there, okay? That type of thing. So there's just reasons for it, and that's one of the things that, you know, if you guys are in business and you start getting those, we can talk about what you need to do for the different ones. So the first time she did it as I stole her money, so it'd be fraud. And I'm like, I didn't steal your money. It's not fraud. The second one is I didn't cancel her subscription when she asked. And I'm like, I don't do subscriptions. So guess what? I'm like, I don't know how you canceled your subscription when I don't even do a subscription. So I just have to get all my ducks in a row about how I reply back to that, saying, I don't have a subscription option. This is what she purchased. This is what it is. This is my conversations with her. And just put that out there. So I will work on that tomorrow night too. And then from there, we will wait and see how the financial institution replies back to it. So I'm laughing at this one because I'm like, not a subscription. She's gonna keep trying, and she's getting to the point where she can't do another chargeback because of the dates. This will be the last one. Because if you know anything about chargebacks, you're allowed to do the chargeback 60 days from the date. So like if it hits your account, let's say December 1st, you have 60 days from December 1st, which then will put you at January 30th, because that is 60 days. Or January 29th, because both the months have 31 days. So it's January 29th is the last day you can do a chargeback, but it goes to your next statement date. So let's say her statement date is December 15th. So then you would go to 60 days from that statement. So then you go to February 13th. And so she's getting to the point with the way these time frames are that she's not going to be able to have enough time to do another chargeback once we do this. So I get it. I get it. I get she's mad. What she's mad about, though, is it's in her court to choose things. So, and literally, this is what happened. I'll be totally honest. Her email back to me when I sent it to her, and you remember, some of you were on my live when she came back, and she was very rude in the live to me, and people are like, you need to leave, that type of thing. And, you know, I get that, and I appreciated you all for that live. And I said to her, I emailed her, and I said, here are your options of what you can choose from that you were asking for. Please choose from the list below. Get to $25. Here's what you have left to spend. Once you get there, I will mail it out to you. Because you didn't hit $25, you need to let me know. Do you want me to save it for you? Do you want to use the part of your shipping amount? Do you want to carry this over? You know, what I do for everybody. And she came back with a different item. She wanted item A, and she came back with, I want item B, which wasn't on the list. I don't know that I have what she wants for item B. And then she said, for item A, I want this color and this color. Those two colors were never in the list. I can't provide them to you because I don't have them. So I emailed back just saying, hey, thank you for replying. Here's what I have available. Here's what you need to select from. I don't know what else to do. I literally, if anybody has any way to help me out, and on that last one, I had one extra bead. Let me know so that I can figure out how to reply to somebody like that. and I don't want to be like, I think really, in all honesty, I think she just wants her deposit back and not even purchase anything from me. But it costs me money to process your payment, and I don't want to give it back because then I'm out the processing fee. I just lost money because you didn't want to do what we said to do. And I know it sounds horrible to say, but every transaction has a specific cost when you process it. So it's part of doing business, and I get that. I truly get that. I'm just like, because I don't know how many of you also have the business side of it where you sell your items to other people, but when you process a PayPal, PayPal charges you so much to process that payment. If you do it like I do it through Shopify, and they're the ones that process my the 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 Visa or the MasterCard, or if it's a Discover, you know, those fees, they do that. Right now, while you're in the process of a chargeback, you can't deduct any fees from it unless she agrees to it, and I don't think she will agree to it. Just by the tone of her emails, I don't think she will agree to it. So it just kind of stinks. And, you know, I don't mind paying the processing fee. I have put that into my prices when you guys purchase from me. But if you didn't purchase from me and wanted your money back, that's something totally different. I didn't put that in there because it's all over in that, it's disclosed on the deposit that I don't refund. In my, you know how like on a website, when you do it, when you set it up, you get to set what your, and I'm trying to think about it, what the word is. It's not coming to me. But do you get to set up your disclosures? That's what I want to say now. That's the word, disclosures, with what you're going to do for returns and exchanges. And it's all discussed in there that I don't do refunds, and exchanges needed to be in handled a certain way. So it's all disclosed how I handle things. And I get that not everybody reads the disclosure part, but I did put it in the description of the item. So that's why I'm talking about it here, is if you're someone that does sales out on your website, you might want to put information in there about processing in certain things like that. And that's why I want to talk about it. It isn't that I want to give this person a bad name. I'm not going to say who it is here, what her username is or anything, because she's a human being too, and I don't want people like upset with her, because somebody might think she's the greatest person on earth, and that's fine to think that way. So I don't want to be mean or rude to her. I just don't want to process the chargeback. I just don't. I'm like, here's, and on this one, I had 2 extra. So now I have a total of 6. I don't have enough if I want to do 1 of each one in a bag. I'll still have to do some more. But we're getting close to being almost 2 bags. Not bags. There we go. I wrote the word, instead of bags on here, how many bags were in there? I wrote 20 beads. And it's really 20 bags. So I had to cross off beads. Oh. I'm getting close, everybody. I grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different beads to work on while we were live. And I'm on number 6. So I'm using this time. This bead I think is really, really cool. I think we went over this one on a live, but look at this one. There is a butterfly in that bead with all those flowers. Let me see if I can get that to show up. There, you can see the butterfly there. I think that one's going to be a cool one. That's just me. You guys can tell me if you like it or not. I'm not going to be offended if you don't like it, because there are things that every person likes and there are things that every person dislikes. And we all don't like the same thing, because that'd make it a boring world. That's why sometimes when I'm ordering beads, you guys just need to tell me, hello, Cherie. You guys need to tell me what you like, so then I can do that and get you what you like. Because sometimes I get stuck in my mode of what I like. And I'm not liking the I know I could play classical music, but I just wasn't in the mood for classical music tonight. And I need to see on Instagram what music I can play, because they do have things on Instagram and on YouTube where you can't play certain music. So like if at one point I would ever get to the point where I could be monetized on YouTube, if it has copyrighted music, you don't get monetized on that video. So it's not like they shut you down. They just don't pay you if you get there. I'm a long, long, long ways away from that. See, yep, the sparkles. I get ya. As you guys can tell, I really do love rondelles, so I buy a lot of rondelles. And you guys are probably like, it's another rondelle. Can she pick something else? Because I love the faceted, especially electroplated faceted rondelles. I'm not a sparkly bead person, but when I look at those, I think, ooh, pretty. I mean, I didn't purchase my Swarovski crystal bracelet. One of my friends got it for me. Then I liked it. Then I started making them to sell. So yes, I have made it. I think they're beautiful. Would I have ever bought this type of bracelet for myself? Heck no. But do I have a blingified sister? Oh yeah. Everything's blinged out on her for her. So she, you know the rhinestones that you can put on things? She has a sidecar on her motorcycle, and she completely put rhinestones all over, glued them onto her sidecar to her motorcycle. So it is really sparkly, and she's got them in all different colors. So, and purple's one of her favorite colors, so there's purple in there too. Her license plate brackets, you know, the thing that goes around your license plate, that bracket part, she always gets those blinged out. Always. And when it starts falling apart, she buys a new one and puts on a new bling. Kelly girl's a bling girl too. And so, and then this vehicle that she just got, she got a Jeep. So she has the ducks all over her Jeep. She glued the ducks on her side view mirrors even. So they were like epoxied to her mirror. And she has all kinds of ducks on it. And then she's got vinyls that she added to it too. And so her husband won't drive it because it is really blinged out. So she's like, now I figured out how to have my husband not drive my vehicle. I was going to say, does anybody else do that? Bling out your car too? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have more than just a couple on this one, but I don't think I'm going to have enough for a second one or an extra one. Oh, yeah, I am. I'm going to have 21 bags of the butterflies. You're doing that to your shoes? Okay, I saw, but it's not practical to have here in South Dakota because we have snow and water. Rain and snow a lot, so it's not something, but the 49er bling shoes, those are really cool. And we have 21 bags of the butterflies. So we're going to have more bags of the butterfly beads. So I got extra 5 on that one. Yay! And there is a company that does do the shoes like that. Because I don't know that I'd have the patience. So my sister took an entire winter to do her sidecar. Because, you know, in South Dakota, you don't get to ride your motorcycle in the winter. Even though this year, we are having a different winter than ever. So, for those of you in Louisiana getting snow, South Dakota has not had, I don't even think, and where I live at in South Dakota, because there's different areas. There's the mountains that are in the west. I live on the east side, so we're flat prairie land. I don't even think we have gotten an inch of snow this year. And then this one is next. And I'm trying to figure this one out because they're a little bit different. So each one's a little unique. They're like blue specks. So let me see if I can get them to show up. There they are. And I don't know what to call this one. All I could think of is raindrops. 4, 5. Blue rain maybe. I'll write that on the bag so I don't forget. I gotta come up with, I'm trying to see if I can come up with fun names for all of the pattern beads. So that's what we're gonna work on. And I have only opened, I've only opened one box out of 4 of this order. I think a majority of the patterns were in that box, but we have a lot. We have 4 boxes to get through of silicone beads to get ready. And then I have 2 boxes of beads that came that same day. And then this Friday, I have 11 boxes of just beads and stuff coming. We got lots of stuff for sale, everybody. We're gonna have a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna increase my sales just because I bought a whole bunch. I bought all the free things, like I said on other lives, so that I wouldn't have to pay as much in tariffs if the tariffs came through. And I think the tariffs already went through for Canada and New Mexico, I believe. I didn't watch a lot of news last night, but I think that's what happened. And everybody talks about the TikTok ban and the extension that he signed as an executive order or something like that, but I have not looked into that at all. I actually stayed off of, I didn't go onto much social media at all last night or yesterday. I had the day off. And then I didn't go out and do much of looking anything up afterwards. And then today I had to go back to work. So I'll be at work for a few days, and then I can sit there and look at stuff because I'll have more time. I actually was in meetings almost all day today. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have one more. I'm almost done with the 7th, and I think the color, whoops. So Buttercup thought these were bouncy balls when I first got them, because they do bounce a little bit, but not like a bouncy ball. The next one, I think, is a really cool color too, so I'm getting there. Whoop, glass art by Holly Young. I get to do the wave again. I'm having fun with what I can do with Instagram, because it's all new to me. I will be live next week again on Instagram. I'm going to send out on Facebook and on TikTok an updated schedule, just so that everybody knows. Tomorrow night, I will be live on TikTok with our tutorial. Our tutorial tomorrow is talking all about wire. We have memory wire, we will have the bead wire, and we'll have craft wire, and what all the differences of craft wires are, and what gauges to use for possibilities of different things. There's going to be more that you can use it for than what I'm going to give for information, but I just wanted to give a little bit of like what you can use them for, what types of tools to use for things, and that. So, and this one, I only had one extra. So we now have enough to make 5 different beads in one mixed bag. Yay! There's going to be one of our mixed bags. Whoop. I keep forgetting on YouTube, I got to back up. All right, so this is the last bag that I have on the table here. I'm going to grab a couple of them because they're all a little bit different. They're a pastel-y swirl. So you got green, yellow, pink, orange, purple, blue. I'm like, I don't know why. It just reminds me of like when I was a kid and the colors that were popular then. So I had to buy this one. So yep, that's what I got. And I was thinking, like, if you would put this bead here, like if you would do some of the other colors that are in there and make a cool wristlet, is what I was thinking for this. So you would have pull 3 colors out of here and have 1 bag of this, you would have the wristlet. I have no idea what kind of iPad I have. I've had it for probably like 4 or 5 years. Seriously, it's an old one. It's not like a pro. And I bought it so that I could use it at sales to do, what do I want to call? Do credit card transactions on it so that it would be a bigger area for people to sign on than on my phone. And I use that I have had 2 iPads that I've used for my business that way. One finally just got so old and outdated that they didn't do any more updates to it. I'll see if I can look into it, Kelly Girl, like into the actual like settings when we get off, and I can send it to you. It wasn't like, I didn't spend a lot of money on it because to me it was just for transactional purposes. It's not about taking pictures or doing social media lives from and stuff. I just use it as a backup for my lives, like when my phone dies when we're on a live, and then I switch over to the iPad. Like tonight, Buttercup was talking with her friend, and I felt really bad about taking the phone away. That's really mine, but you know. So that's why I'm using it for YouTube tonight. See, like, look at that bag. You can see all the colors in this bag. Do you see that? You can see all the different colors. It's not as well. There we go. I have to really back up. So I'll send you the details though. And then I've got a few packages that I'm going to get ready to have Ryan take to the post office tomorrow. He has to go into work early. So I got to get those ready for him tonight. And then I got my video already created so I can go post that for my Tip Tuesday on all the social medias. And then I will go to bed after that. So I'll probably be up till like 2. I want to go to bed tonight. You know, I was going to say, of all things, and I have not given Buttercup a iPad. She has a tablet that is, hold on, let me see if I can get this on. I have a hard time because it's a Droid. And so I always get this backwards. Let me see what it is. And the reason why I'm saying something like this is because she drops it all the time. And it has not, trying to see what it is. And that's where I have a hard time, because it is, no, it is a Kindle, or not a Kindle, it is a Fire whatever from Amazon. But it doesn't tell me what it is. And I am not good with droids and figuring out where things are at. Here, let me see about here, if it tells me here. It's a Fire tablet. That's all it is a Fire tablet. And she drops this all the time and doesn't have a problem with it. And I need to figure it out where my thing went to. Let's go this way. There we go. I have something I need to charge and I couldn't find the charger for it. And she's like, it's not here. And yes, it is. I just have to change it up. But we never really, I don't think we ever really had an Apple for her. But I'm an Apple girl. All right, I was gonna say, I'm almost done getting this. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll probably hop off. But I was gonna say, my schedule for the week, because I'm changing it up so that y'all know. I will be on YouTube and TikTok tomorrow night. Oh, geez. I will be on YouTube and TikTok tomorrow night doing the wire tutorial. I'm taking Thursday night off. I will be back on Friday night for bead sale, and then we will be off on Saturday. So that is our schedule for the week. So we were live yesterday on Instagram doing a sale, and then I went live while packaging. Then we did tonight's live. Tomorrow night will be tutorial, and then Friday will be the bead sale. I am not going live Saturday just because we have a lot of stuff going on Saturday this week. So I'm taking Saturday for family time. There we go. So that's where you're going to see me at here in the near future. And I will be sending out a update probably tomorrow to our schedule so that everybody knows to go over to TikTok to watch the live there. I hope y'all have a great night. We will see you tomorrow either on YouTube or TikTok. Bye, everybody.